So quickly seeing the 3 stages of value stream mapping. Select one product family. Map the current state, future state, and develop an improvement plan. Simple steps. From simple, let me elaborate these steps. Select one product family. So I put number 1 here. So when we specify value in the eyes of customer, before we need to see where we'll have to start. There are different types of industries. Certain industries are standalone small industries. Certain industries have different operations in different places. Okay, so from which place do you start? For example, there is one factory we have in, say, Thane. There is one factory that we have in, say, Bhiwandi. One place we have in Asangaon or Wada or any place in Mumbai. I'm just saying, we have factories in different places. First, they started one unit here, then they found there, they found another. Where will they start the value stream? That is one question. There can be horizontal integration, vertical integrations in business. So where do you start the value stream? So first, once you specify value in the eyes of the customer, we know that we need to identify, I'll talk where we should start. So we need to identify the resources that will enable the value to flow. So the sales people, marketing people, the business development people, they will understand the customer requirement. We call voice of the customer, and they will translate that into voice of the process. And we need to have those resources in terms of man, material, method, machines, and all that, so that we can transform that raw material into finished goods and give it to the customer. Then the customer's factory is here. The information flows like this. So suppliers are here, and suppliers, it comes to your factory. So customer gives this information. These are the resources that will enable the value to flow. And there might be some logistics also, distribution also. And then finally, it might reach the factory. So please type clear if this is clear. And product and material flows like this. Product and material flows like this. Let's go a little deeper into this. Let us see the different types of products. We will understand the different types of products. There are some products which we make that is less customization and high volume products. We will see the examples in each and every case. In these products, you don't require much of customization, but it is produced in bulk, larger volumes. So this is from the design aspect, one from the process aspect. Let's see that. Here I'm talking about less complexity, less divergence, and more line flows. Let me go deeper into this. On this less customization and higher volume, here we have more customization, less volume. Example, let's read this. What are the kind of products made to customer order? And made to order items, it can be one rare piece, specialty piece, or like craftsmanship, right? You carve some painting for me and give. Example, I'm just saying, carve a painting for me, or carve some wooden furniture for specialized machines. Yeah, very good example. Okay, yeah, in stitching also, exclusive blazer stitching. And then low volume, low standardization. Then I want all of you to take this exercise. You can tell me in your industry, whatever that you have experienced, you can give an example where you fall under. I will explain the complete scenario then, because whenever I talk about value stream mapping, we think of single piece flow, and single piece flow is not possible in all contexts. Okay, but we need to see which is the best type of representation that can maximize the flow. We need to see representation in hours where we will find the way to maximize the flow, the combination to maximize the flow. I'm not promoting single piece flow in everywhere. Single piece flow is just a lean thinking. That's all. How you can keep, but the idea is this: if you keep lowering your batch size, your speed will increase. That's the whole point. And how low can you lower your batch size? So on the extreme, you find high volume, high standardization, high commodity items, chocolates, biscuits, chuck, you keep producing. So process characteristics and product design. So we had process characteristic and product design. So product design can be of this and process characteristic. See, one is design how it is and in the process how it is made. Sometimes the design can be complicated, but process could be simple. But rarely that will not complicate a design one-off. They will not ask continuous please, right? Let's see some examples. Let's first understand this process characteristic. At least if product design, less customization, higher volume is clear, so let's go to the y-axis of the process characteristic. On one hand, we know continuous flow, highly repetitive work type of processes. On one hand, we know complex, highly customized process, unique sequence of tasks. So in process, there can be this continuum of highly complex to highly standardized continuous flows. So many times, if it is one product of kind, it will be highly complex. This is called as a project that we take, project process. That's why somebody said machines, right? Specialized machines. Can we say an aircraft is a specialized machine, right? One aircraft. Then generally, if it is low volume, low standardized, it's like a job process, and job process generally will be jumbled flows. This representation I have taken from operations management, and none of them in any of the value stream books have given this representation. So I thought it is very important to understand what type of process and product that we have to really craft our value stream map. Sometimes value stream map may not help. Please understand this. Just because we know a tool, there is a saying, people with hammers keep looking out for. So just because we have learned value stream mapping, don't look at, okay, where I will apply, where I will apply. Somebody from some company called me. Value stream mapping may not be. That's not the right tool. You need not have the helicopter view and do things. We know something is there, ground reality, just solve the problem. All right. Batch process. Generally, batch process comes under this area. Okay, there can be a slight shift here and there, upper, niche, left, right, and things like that. Batch process, disconnected lines, moderately complex work, multiple products, moderate volumes, and things like that. And now we come to line process, which helps in lean. Okay, line process. Now we need to see where the automotive sector falls under. Why lean was applicable in the automotive sector very easily to start with. And then how other companies are trying to simulate this or learn from this. So few major products, higher volume, and here connected and routine work line. And what's the last one? Continuous process. Continue, open the tap, it will keep flowing. Can you see such process where you open the tap and you start filling, continuous flow? Any industry like that? Continuously it will flow inside. Let's dive deeper into the examples of each of these industries. Chemical industries, okay? You make adhesives, you open, all the process will go, it will keep flowing. Let's see here. The same iron and steel industry is given here. Iron and steel, paper canal. Some representation is here. They might be slightly here or there. Highly customized, low volume differentiated, commodity, high volume differentiated, job shop type of a thing and flow shop type of a thing, product versus process. And if you see highly customized aerospace, that's why aerospace is one of, I mean, nothing is complicated. It just needs a different technique. That's all. It just requires a different treatment. That's all. Let's approach with this, because only if you type NC, you will approach the mindset that nothing is complicated. It just needs a separate, different treatment. That's all. And we can excel in our own industries and create that difference to have that strategic advantage. In strategic management, it's called strategic advantage. Toyota created their strategic advantage by adopting this great lean thinking. A strategic advantage. Fantastic. So if this product versus process characteristics and the type of industries is clear. All right, just to give some more examples, all right, some project-based to work center-based to manufacturing cell to assembly line to continuous projects. Okay, we said the product volume low to high and low kind of process to highly standardized commodity product. Some more examples that I've taken up for you, even for construction industry, I thought I'll give this example. Bridges and highways are also one of kind, a unique type. They don't churn out every day in and day out, right? And then appliance repairs to oil refinery and stuff. Now, we all make different types of products. If you are in the restaurant business, you make dosas, you make idlis, you make chapatis, you make parathas, you make puris. North Indian, South Indian. So South Indian product family, North Indian product family. That is one broad type, right? If you see the restaurant, they'll say North Indian and South Indian available. Punjabi is one classification under North India. So when you service product to the customers also, you also have different varieties, but you can find that they are all under one family. So what I'm saying is, you can see that dosa is one family, chapati is one family, but we call as a family. Why do we call as a family? I want to hear from each and why do we call as a family? Why we call dosa as a different set of family and chapati as input is the same. Okay, what else? Why do we call as a family? Similar process. So we call as a family when they resemble closely and somewhere something slightly changes. Pizza family also. So what we have to understand is a family is a people who resemble slightly but with slight variation. So they go through not exactly same process, but more or less similar process. Okay, example, suppose if we have here the products here and the process here, if I take A, B, C, which is dosa family, and D, C, D, E, F, which is a chapati family, if I have the process, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, A goes through these processes, 6 different processes. Maybe it will miss that 4. Maybe ghee you won't add, that's all. Okay. In another set of dosa, you will add ghee and everything. Okay, with the ghee and without ghee. Example, I'm just saying. Or someone might miss a couple of processes. Maybe the ingredients might be different. The quantity might be different. Similarly, if you see here, it might go through this process and this process. So, if more or less it goes through the same set of process, we group them as one family, and that is what we call as a product process matrix. So we see which are all the process a particular dosa goes through, which are all the process that a particular chapati goes through, which are all the processes that a particular pizza goes through, and we classify them as families. If this product process matrix is now high leverage value stream, high leverage families, what does it mean? We need to see what family is selling the most, what family matters to business, whether the chapati family or the dosa family. Suppose it's a South Indian, you cannot focus on North Indian dishes because we are in South India. So strategically, we'll have to improve the family of South Indian dishes. So similarly, in your market, you might be selling a particular family of products. Even in car industries, you might be selling mini cars, you might be selling sedan cars, medium cars, or whatever it is. Even in bikes, if you see TVS, there are different types of variants in the bikes. You need to see which family they'll have to select, whether scooter types, or bike types, or auto types, three-wheeler types, whatever that we need to select, right? Having said that, how do you select that? I mean, it's very long. You can do it either by value or volume. First V is either by value or by volume. Generally, volume, if you see that more or less, in most of the companies, both will more or less match. Okay, high volume items also gives maximum value to the value, means in terms of sales turnover, in terms of sales volume, I'm saying sales value. Volume means in terms of quantity, value means sales value. So you need to strategically choose based on that and start only for that family of products the value stream map. Do not parallelly do for many families. Identify one high leverage value stream and do for that. And the way to identify is through selection of product family map. For example, in Saint-Gobain, what I'll ask them to do is all your SKUs you list. What is SKU? The stock keeping unit, right? And textiles, for example, Chandan is from textiles. There will be so many variants in textiles, right? But then the bed and pillow cover type is totally different from the apparel type. The denim and variety is totally different from the cotton type. So you can differentiate between that. But then in denim itself, there will be so many variants. They're all one family only. Even ladies, gents, there need not be a big demarcation. Okay, because the process will be same. The shape might be different for ladies and gents, okay, but the process might be different. So identifying the high leverage value stream is very, very important. And if you see, the same thing, they will sell under different SKUs. The same stuff. There will not be absolutely any change in the specification also, but they will sell under different SKUs. For customer only, he will think it is different, okay? But then basically it is same. All right, okay. So possible product family, concentrate on one family at a time.